Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekakadash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of his only begotten Son, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Now this fifth Jubilee singer group was given songs from a reverend, and the reverend had heard these two slaves singing Negro spirituals, and the Negro spiritual was sung by Wallace Willis, because I think the slave master name was Willis, and he had two slaves that was singing Negro spirituals, and so they had about 5 or 6 songs. The main one that everybody knows is Swing Low Sweet Chariot, but they had sung a song called The Angels Are Coming. Now this song, The Angels Are Coming, gives you what kind of mind frame that these people was in. Now this, mind you, this is 1865. 1865 when the war is going on. And so this is not the only situation. You had another situation around 1899 that was going on with the same thing, and it's a popular song. The song was coming around the mountain when she come, or she'll be coming around the mountain. And the original name of the song was The Chariots Are Coming, or something in that manner. And so this is the history that these people want to hide, and they don't want to bring out, and you have to do all kind of digging to bring it out. And so when you listening to these songs, you don't know the history of these songs. You just know people singing them, and everybody know them. But why do everybody know these songs? See, the Lord, like they say, the Lord working in mysterious ways, because you'll never know the stuff he gonna bring back up and throw in your face, because you've been quoting these songs and don't even know the history of the song. Now when you thinking about these plantations and these slaves, we talking about, and see, people from the country know what I'm talking about, because they understand how it is to be in open fields. When you're in an open field, you don't have a lot of trees. You're in an open field, it's just you and the sky. You see, and when you in the field, ain't too much going on in the field, but the whole focus is gonna be in the sky. And see, back then, they didn't only work sun up to sun down. Sometimes they would be at night working. They would work the slaves at night, because sometimes it get dark at 5 or 6 o'clock. So they working these slaves beyond the light hours. They out there with torches and all kind of fire. Got fire going. The fire is going to have the light out there so they can keep picking and keep working. And so when you out there like that, you see everything in the sky. And see, they didn't have airplanes and helicopters like we do now. When you look in the sky, you see something moving in the sky. You see a helicopter, you like, oh, that's a helicopter. Or you see a light way up, you like, oh, that's probably one of these planes flying. You don't pay it no attention. But at night, back then, if you see anything move, because you know what a star does. A star stays still. And a shooting star, if you do see a shooting star, it's moving so fast, it's like a blink of an eye. But if you seeing what they seeing now, what the military is seeing on their radars, And what these people are seeing with the UFOs, you seeing moving objects. And you know full well as a slave that is no way possible that anybody on earth, you ain't thinking, oh, the Chinese might have some kind of invention that they done created and it's flying all around. You're not thinking about none of that. 100% guaranteed fact, you know this is the Lord. This is the Lord giving us a sign, showing us that he has chariots, he has vehicles, he has objects that he's moving with. He's letting us know certain things. And it was a common thing back then because slavery went on for about the 1555. They was moving people around. 1619 all the way to 1865. These people's in the cotton field, hardcore, going all day, sun up to sundown in the sugarcane field. And you can see the sky. You can see everything that's moving because it's pitch black dark. And so this was something that the slave knew about because this is multiple slaves. This is just one slave singing the song. This Wallace Willis, and then you got some other person saying coming around the mountain. So this situation, and then when you got these preachers like David Wallace, you got individuals writing books in 1830. So this is not a bunch of people in a dungeon somewhere just let out to work and they go back into the dungeon. They ain't got no pen and paper. They can't get a hold to no Bible. No, these is certified preachers that was slaves or that is slaves, and they reading this book. They getting the information. See, and then when you go into Isaiah 66, when you go into the end of Isaiah, the whole chapter is talking about chariots. It got the word chariot inside of the chapter. It said the Lord would come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Everybody knows a chariot is something that you ride in. It's not rocket science that you got to try to figure out what's going on. A chariot is a chariot. And they gonna repeat what he said because guess what? It wasn't no cars in 1865. It wasn't no cars in 1899. You see? So this is coming out almost at the end in a wonderful way because these dragons will never give you the backstory. And these wacky Christians, they'll listen to the dragons and say, oh, the Bible don't say that Christ was ever on a chariot. You a lie. Isaiah 66:5 clearly says he was come with his chariots. It's not rocket science. And that 1611 King James Bible has chariots in it. Elijah was taken up in a chariot. See? A chariot of fire. And the fire lets you know this wasn't no horse and carriage or whatever. No like a what they call them I hate that word. It's where these people have these images of things, but they're not real. It's just an image of it. It wasn't something like that. This was something that they were seeing, and they knew it was a vehicle. Somebody was riding in it. Just like I'm using the word vehicle, I'm using that word because that's what people ride in. They ride in vehicle. Or I'll use the word car. That's what people ride in. They ride in cars. If I say truck, they're going to know that's something that people ride in. But the only thing people was riding in was a chariot up to the the early 1900s. It was nothing people was riding in but a boat, a ship, and a chariot. But so this is what we coming across and finding out that these slaves knew what was going on, and they knew who their people was, and they wasn't so confused as we are today, because Babylon, the confusion in Babylon is getting greater as the day go by. That's what Babylon mean, confusion. But I'm gonna go into some of the details in another video. Just was getting that off on doing transit, and this is a powerful story. But I'm gonna leave it there to the next video. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.